Alright, we'll work on blue for a bit, I think. I like what I did yesterday. Just kinda doing a bunch of little things around the place. Today, I probably might commit to actually doing some of the pattern changes I was talking about, like the pizza shop. Actually making a pattern for it. Maybe altering the fish and chips. Oh, you're... wow, okay. Cool. I did boot this up during lunch just because Vanna gave me another picnic set thing, which it's gonna save me time, so thank you, Vanna. But also, it traded some art as well, so... yeah. Also, on her way out, she put that there, so now, yes, she's gonna have to go do that on red. But not today. Anyway. You touch my island, you better be ready to touch it. Twice. I guess go get clothing. It's good that I don't have to do the gift-giving thing anymore. At least here. There's still one more photo on red to go. No luck yet. Okie dokie. Hey Laura, how's it going? I guess I could be lazy. Sure. That works. As long as I am visually distinct from yesterday. Okay. I mean, I guess there should be stars again tonight. I haven't heard them yet. Just got in bed, you're pooped. I finished work like 15 minutes ago, so I'm kind of the same. But I'm not in bed. I'm gonna go do a couple things, since this is what I'm touching today. Grabbing that, because that's gonna be customized. Yeah, I've had a good experience buying promotional CD. It's so dodgy looking, but whatever. I got the song I wanted. Guess I was telling that story during the opening section, but I was trying to find the song. It's not available anywhere online because I guess it was just deleted. Like, not even with VPNs or anything. It's like, it's just gone. And so I resorted to buying a second-hand CD. And it's just the dodgiest thing. Came in a plastic sleeve. And, it has, like, it's not even a cover. It's someone printed the name of the song with the logo of the distribution company and its address on a piece of paper, folded it, and then put the CD in between. Which the CD is properly pressed, I guess, but... And then it arrived in an envelope that was also wrapped in newspaper and cardboard. It's just... I thought it was gonna be broken or something, but no, it was fine. I got my song out of it. What song? It's an old song that used to be on the Ministry of Sound album. What year? Like 2006? It's by Leg Soup, and the song is called Wonderland. But, good luck, like, yeah. You can probably find a bad version on YouTube. But I couldn't find it on anything else. At least the specific version I wanted. So I have a promotional CD that has the song. And it's legit because it's, I checked it. Made sure it wasn't like someone burning an MP3 on it or something. So it is an official release of it. So I guess it must have belonged to a DJ or something. So now that I've had success with that, maybe for some more obscure music, specific DJ mixes of a song, I now am less afraid to try and find these promotional CDs that might have the song. One more thing that just makes me happy that I'm doing this. Curating music again. Backed up the CDs, now everything's all good. But I know, let's get rid of physical media, guys. If we were living in Sony's reality, I would not have this song right now. Since I've been using those materials a lot lately, I figured let's restock them a little. Should probably pass that recipe along to Red. I'm not sure Red has that one. Red didn't have fish and chips. Not sure how that happened, but it did. Wait, I forgot. I'm here to purchase more environmental stuff. Okay. Red had short, simple panels on sale. So we do not need to buy these ever again. At least I don't think so. Okay. Wheat. Oh, hello, Laura, aka Quirky Sloth. Thank you for the Prime Gaming. I think that's better than other Laura. That's just me. But I'm only saying that based on who turns up first. Like, really. I need a better system. Does the streak mean nothing? I mean, if I'm being real, streaks are very important in the sense that it shows people that they're doing a very good job at tuning in every day. But I wouldn't be offended if someone only turns up with like a streak or two. Streak of 100, streak of 25, streak of 2. Everyone's equal. Does that make sense? It's not that I don't care, it's more that size doesn't matter. But I am appreciative either way. Am I trying to break his spirits? No, not at all. I'm just saying I'm appreciative no matter what. Oh crap, I forgot to customize the scooter. Call you Prime Laura. Laura Miss Prime. I will go back. I think I'm very bad when it comes to that. People get excited about a lot of stuff on Twitch and I'm just like, like, channel points, man. It's like, I know people love channel points, I do. But me, personally, it's just, I don't know. And that's okay, that's me. I'm the weird one in this case, for sure. I'm in the minority here. I understand. At any rate, anyone that maintains a streak above 10, very impressed. Because that's not an easy thing to do given my erratic streaming nature. But sometimes I'll just be like, you know what, on a Saturday afternoon, I'll just stream without warning and then ruin everyone. But I haven't done that lately, so you gotta give me credit at least. Alright. There's no gifting of stuff anymore, so I can just kind of start. You know what I wish Twitch would do with streaks, though, is like give people a badge. I've said it before. But just a badge that levels up based on your streak amount. That'd be neat. And just do them... Start small. Go 5, then 10, 25, 50, 100, 200, 300. You know? It'd be cool. I'm surprised I haven't done that. Alright, so... We're gonna be a nerd today. I guess I'm editing this, but now... Alright, so I came to a decision that this is not gonna get used. So what I'm gonna do... Give me a sec. I'm going to look at this. Hang on. I need to screenshot this and then take it into an editor so I can look at it properly. Give me a sec. I just want the pizza slice look. I mean, I could probably draw one on my own, in all fairness. I did that for the first island I ever did as a reference to Yakuza. But it's nice to have a reference. I'm also going to redo the fish one as well. So we're going to do two things today. Because one says fresh fish and the other one says fish fish. And I don't want it to say fish fish on the other island. So I'll adjust that for consistency as well. Okay, so I've got my screenshots and we'll work as best as we can. Alright, sorry, I'm just setting it up so I can still see chat and the image editor. Why? Why? I don't know, ask the person that made the pattern. But I saw it and I saw that the one text was blue and one text was red and I was like, that's perfect. And I didn't read it. And then I noticed that on the other island it said fish fish. And it just didn't make sense. So I'm gonna fix that today. But yeah, the joke is this is Tombstone Pizza. Because of the brand, and I guess it's in front of a graveyard. This is so dumb. I just wonder how many people, assuming I get to upload this, are gonna question my sanity when they see the KFC and the pizza place in front of the graveyard. Alright, sorry, I'm waiting because I heard shooting stars. Alright, I gave it enough time. Okay. So let's start with this. Alright, we will assume it will probably be transparent. Alright, so I guess start with the lettering. Can I even write the word tombstone? Is the question. I mean, that looks like an H. I think I need to go down one more. It's not gonna fit. Like, even if I say do this. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. Okay. That's fine. So maybe I have to do it across 2 lines. Is that gonna look dumb? Ugh. How do I do a B? Tomo. Damn it. It has to go... I don't want it to be that tall, but I guess it has to be that tall. Oh my god. Tomo. Okay. That's... Tomb. Okay, needs to be more distinct. That's H. That's M. Guess I need to make the N wider. I know it's a typography no-no. Like, I started with proportionally equal letters and then changed it. It's fine. Okay, now center the design. Okay. And I think I just draw the pizza slice, to be honest. So the lettering can be like that. Alright, so now let's mix some colors. Alright, the crust first. Yeah. It'd be a little weird if I made the pepperoni blue. I think it has to be... Okay, so this is the cheese color. Well. Now, I guess green for the peppers. Yeah. Now, this is the actual pepperoni. Lean towards more of that. Apparently there's a mushroom color on it, so we can do that too. I know, that's a mushroom color. Okay. I could go fancy with it, but for now, let me just draw the pizza slice. We'll see. There's plenty of colors to work with. Okay, so I guess this is where I'm gonna go more freeform. Maybe one like that. Okay. It's gonna take a lot of adjusting. I really wish you could turn off pixel smoothing. Okay, that looks fine. Alright, now... Yep. It's actually not bad. I don't know, this kind of looks like quiche to me. Why does this look weird? What is not pizza like about this? Or am I overthinking it? Maybe a thicker crust? I think I need to give the crust some dimension. Maybe. I'll kind of do this instead. The pepperoni. You think the pepperoni is a problem? What's wrong with the pepperoni? Or should I draw more pepperoni? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. It seems fine. Round. So this one's supposed to be sliced, but I get what you're saying. The problem is it's very hard to make it round. Maybe I need to introduce a mid color. Let me see. Like, yeah, fake anti-aliasing. Why pizza shape if it's a tombstone? No, it's tombstone pizza. it's a dumb joke. Tombstone is a frozen pizza brand in America. And so, I've placed a pizza place outside of the graveyard because dumb joke. And so I'm doing a dad joke, I guess. Let me color adjust this. You're too Australian in an attempt to connect the data soft. That's okay. Maybe I should put a really Australian joke on this island. The last island I did, I had a plush dog at the entrance on a conveyor belt, and then an alarm going off with a gyroid in a stall. And that was a reference to the time Johnny Depp tried to sneak his dogs into Australia. And our Minister for Agriculture threatened to euthanize them. No one visiting that island will probably understand what that is. Hell, even the Australians, I don't think, will pick up on that detail. But I did it because I thought it was funny. Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea what that happened. What the hell? Yeah, and look, like, Australia has very strict quarantine laws, especially when bringing in animals or food products. Like, we don't have rabies here in Australia. So, you know, that's part of the reason. So, Johnny Depp on his private plane snuck his dogs in, and they found out. And, yeah, a Minister for Agriculture went on TV and basically gave him an ultimatum. I think it was something like Pistol and Boo need to piss off back to the United States. That's, I think, verbatim what he said. And then, yeah. They were criticizing him on radio here. They're like, it's not that you're wrong, it's that you sound like an insensitive wanker. And John Oliver picked it up. And he did this bit where he basically called it the countdown. There was a countdown. Like, not literally, but, you know, he gave him an ultimatum, and effectively there's a countdown for when the dogs are going to be euthanized. So, yeah. It wasn't a good look. Even though Johnny Depp did the wrong thing, like that guy, yeah. It's not a good look for us. Yes, poor dogs indeed. Okay, so now that I've done that, now let me get fancy with this. Maybe I can... I hate it. I hate this tool so much. Okay, that's better. So we'll try and do a unique version for each island. Since I am the author of this pattern, I may as well do it. Okay. Keep editing. What am I trying to do with this? I'm trying to make it a banner, but I think it's just not going to look good as a banner. Okay, let's just... I guess trust the process. And do something that looks okay. I love the piss off comment. Brilliant. It's just so unapologetically Australian. It's telling two dogs to piss off back to the United States. So dumb. You can go look it up. Like, John Oliver has a bit on it. But yeah, my island from last time, that's at the entrance to the island. And I don't think anybody is going to understand that reference. In fact, I could go visit that island right now and show you exactly what I mean. It has a dream address. Would you like to see? I can happily demonstrate it. We're doing the best we can graphic design wise. I'm even gonna do dithering. What is dithering, you ask? Dithering is this. It's all graphics. When colors were limited, you just do dot and then blend into the previous color. So then your eye is tricked into believing there's more colors than what there are. Though the smoothing is kind of ruining it, admittedly, but whatever. Dithering. Australians are pretty easy to get along with, I think, in most situations. I think the only time they're frustrating is like if you actually want to know how they feel. That's where it can get mildly annoying. Fuck off, Will. Okay, well, Sydney excluded. That's just the Sydney talking. You're joking. I know. So was I. That's why I said that's the Sydney talking. You know what I need? I need the Mario Paint music. This pretty dithering effect. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Alright, we're good. Don't have to do this. But I want to. I realize I made a mistake. That's fine. Just do it like this. work of art. Kinda. Okay. Okay, so now I do this. I mean, I don't mind that. That's more or less what I was going for. So dumb. Yeah, so Tombstone Pizza outside the graveyard. I don't know. It's a silly joke. Those that were here for it, I guess. I like how it looks on the light. That's why I was going for that gradient style, so then the light would emphasize it in the middle. Okay. Now... we need to... Hold on. No. Swap spots. Like that. Alright, and now I'm gonna do the red version of it. Okay, so the red version of it is pretty straightforward. It's just altering these colors. And it should just work, hopefully. Oh, there you go. Easy. The power of being able to just simply edit things. Alright, and now I gotta upload it. One sec. I'll show the Johnny Depp thing, because I guess I don't think I don't know if I've ever shown it on this island, but I guess I could, and then yeah. Okay, so we want to upload this. And that can work on the fish market store. Alright, keep that on there for a second. Just... How does a communication error occur? What is wrong with this? I'm not doing anything. Okay, sorry. I'm just grabbing this design. If anyone else wants to grab it, it'll be around for the next 5 minutes before I take it down. Or however long it takes for me to get it. If you too would like a pizza place in your graveyard. Design ID. Okay. FFG7 D96S. Okay. Who wouldn't? People that aren't of culture, clearly. Okay, and we're replacing the old one. Okay. Let's have a trip down memory lane, shall we? I guess we can compare how my design style has evolved. since 2023? Probably 2024. Wait. How am I gonna do this? Oh my god, I can't even climb into bed. Okay, no, there we go. Oh, they changed it. It's blue now. It's kind of fitting. Oh, wait, no, this is Somber Island. Hang on. Where's Dream Island? I want Dream Island. Or did they rebrand it? This is the first time I've looked at this since they updated it. Oh. No, what the hell? Oh, this is different. Did I go to the wrong thing? No, see, I think I went to the wrong thing. Sorry. This is not what we want. I've never tried that. Man, trust Nintendo. So then, hang on, which one is it? Is it Yeah, I Want to Sleep? Can they not just, like, say what it's going to do? Like, what's so bad about saying, I want to visit a dream address and I want to visit a dream island? Anyway. There we go. We're in the right place. What's so bad about that? I think I should just be able to revisit. Yeah. So, I mean, these are the two. The original island that I did first playthrough. This is last island. Or is it? Hang on. No. I'm wrong. It's the other way around. This is last year's one, because I favorited it. This is the first one. Or 2024, 2023. Dude, I'm lost. The passage of time has ruined my brain, thanks to COVID. Okay. I hope I'm right. Yeah, okay. No, I think this is correct. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's all it was. That's airport security, detecting Johnny Depp's dogs. Or dog, in this case. I guess I should have put a second dog on the conveyor belt. That's all it was. I guess we're gonna have another look around. Alright, so I combine Pietro and Pashmina's place to do like a amusement park. Scoot's gym. Okay, I mean, looking at this isn't nearly as elaborate as what I got going on. I mean, it's nice. Oh, that's what the old fish and chips place looked like. Man, the one that I've done on this new island is so much better. Not that this looks bad, it's just, yeah, definitely an improvement. I don't know, I think I like the new island more. Not that this isn't nice. Oh, what is going on? Why did I do that? I mean, that's kind of lazy. Okay, now I can see why. Alright, and this is the central part with the museum. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I think the thing that I liked more about this island is the house, to some degree. Because the house is a venue. Alright, and then I did this thing. The beach to red was cut off. This was nice. Alright, I mean, there's some nice things here. It's been a while since I looked at this. Oh, that's past me. Hello. Yeah, good. See, I made it like a venue. That reminds me, I need to be a label, but anyway. I mean, I still like this. I think this house is cooler. Yeah. The upstairs bit is my favorite. That's so good. This was pretty basic. It's a restaurant. And I think at the back I just did just an example of condensed. I put everything you would want in the living area. I mean, okay, having a toilet so close to your eating area, not exactly the best idea. In hindsight, that would probably be the thing I would change. Get rid of that entirely. But it has everything. It wasn't me trying to shove everything in one room. Alright, and then the way you would get to the beach with red. I forgot about that. Right, I wanted to make it look like this gyroid was struggling to take a piss. Good stuff. Toilet humor. Good work. Laugh at the toilet humor. And then, yeah, Red's secret casino. Which, when the boat was here, looked more impressive. The boat's missing. But yeah, there's no way to get here. There's a security guard there. Alright, anyway. I think I like this island more overall, this new one. There we go. Okay, back to artwork. So now I'm going to do the fish market one. I don't know, I think this island, it feels like I've just put a lot of objects around on the old one. This one feels more like a real place. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, stupid jokes aside. Alright, where's... yeah, here. Okay, so we're coming up with a new logo for here. Okay, so, No, not just... I guess we just do this. Just to quick erase it. Alright. So do I want it to just say fish, or do I want it to say fresh fish? Alright, at any rate, let me start by mixing some colors. Okay, I mean, I think just fresh fish is fine. I don't know, fish seems stupid. Fish. I hope I've done this right. I feel like I'm writing a birthday card, and then I'm writing happy in big letters, and then by the time I get to birthday, I've run out of room, so I squish it. Okay, I mean, I could probably go one wider. Damn it, the H looks squished. Okay, hang on. I'll get there. Five. Okay, well, if one letter's gonna get squished, I guess it should be the E. Then at least it's symmetrical on both sides. Alright, that looks good. Okay, and now... change the styling of this. Is that too thick? That might be too thick. That's better. Uh-oh. But I want it to... Okay. No, consistency change. No, hold on, undo it. I think that's fine. Alright. So I guess draw the fish first. Which, okay. Bear with. This looks wrong. I need a fix. Yeah. Why is this weird? What have I done? Hang on. What have I done? Why does this look weird? Okay, so I mean, that's identical. Okay. But I don't know why I complicated that. There we go. I feel like I could do a slightly longer body. Too long. Alright, go back a step. Why? Okay, slightly better. Okay. There's the fish body. Now the fish eye. I guess that's fine. I think it needs to go up one higher. I think that'll fix itself, potentially. Like, what happens? Yeah, it should fix itself once I actually assign a color to it. It's just because of transparency, it's doing weird stuff. Okay, so now the actual fish color. So start on this side. Okay, so we want the dark color and light color. Okay, and now we want grays in the same range. Light. Dark. And then an even darker one. Okay, let's work with this. Alright, so do the fin. Okay, now we want the effectively the difference between the belly and the back, which is this. Okay, now I need a highlight color. It should do. I may have to color correct it, but we'll see. I don't want to dedicate too many colors to the fish. Okay. Maybe leaning more towards that. That gives it tonal difference. Okay. Now for this. That might be too much. I think that looks nice. Now, do. I can change my mind about colors once it's all set. Oops. I can add more detail colors if I want as well. For now, I'm just keeping it simple. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna look. I'm hoping good. Okay. It's pretty nice. Alright, now I can change this stuff and... I might invert and go... Let's see, something like that. That looks nice. I like that. It's my own version of it. I'll take it. Now we replace... I mean... Oh, see that? Nah, but I don't like... I think that's fine. Yes. Yeah, I like mine better. Especially as lights. Look at it as a light. That looks much better. Now... Now we can do this. Okay, so... Now I need to keep this in mind, so... plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might alter it, I don't know. This is... okay, plus 5. It makes it yellow, I'm just gonna pick it myself. I think it's okay to color correct myself. It's fine. Okay, now this stuff. Okay. So now let's just alter this further. This needs to be more of a manual adjustment, I think. That's better. This needs to be a little more pronounced. Let's see how this looks. Hold on. It's that first color. I need to alter it a little. It just needs a little more contrast like that. Yeah, that's more or less identical. Okay. There, now they'll both say fresh fish. It's not gonna say fish fish. I mean, yeah, it took me a while to notice it. Okay. So, what is happening? What keeps happening? W, P. I mean, I like that I have a blue and a red version of it properly now. It's my own creation. Okay, now I can delete it. Oh wait, it's independent? I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I can keep them there. I guess I didn't have to delete all the old creations. I mean, if I want to be more organized. There we go. Just so all these are together. Alright, so that's that. Which I think is a good upgrade. Especially on the light sign. The light sign looks very nice. Let's see how the fish and chips place looks. Ah. No, I like that a lot more. It'll especially look better on the other island. Okay, nice. Alright, there's one more to do and then... This one's been a long time coming, but I've kind of neglected it. I need a basket pattern that has blue cherries, which, good luck to me. Alright. So, what we're gonna do... I wonder if there's already a... Let's see if there's already a cherry basket one that I can kind of jack the idea from. There probably is. But, I mean, I could cope. Hey, Colorin, how are you? I'm trying to find the one with all those baskets. Doing good, it's almost Friday. Yeah, you're telling me. How's the week going so far? How's day? Long. Otherwise doing alright. Okay, I think what I need to do... Give me a sec. Yeah, Wednesday is my longest day. I just need to know, like, how the shape of the cherries are gonna be, roughly. You are informed you need to bring your computer into the office in a few weeks, and IT have to update it to Windows 11. Oh, I'm so sorry. Having to set up Windows 11 is always bad news. I hate Windows 11. One more, like, Microsoft wasting my time away from just, getting rid of it entirely. I'm just going to Linux. The problem with Linux is, I mean, I messed around on the Steam machine, and granted, it's SteamOS, but, the capture card stuff doesn't work exactly as it should, which, yeah, it's a bit of a deterrent for me. Oh, this is where I must have gotten this. Interesting. Anyway, that aside. Okay, so this is what we want. Except I want it in a... Alright, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm drawing them, I just need to draw them. So as long as I can see how they look like, I can work out the detail myself. I just need a reference image, that's all. For what I'm aiming for. And then we can work it. Okay, that's a good reference image, I think. So I'll start with making them red, and then I'll work on it. Okay. I don't need to save it, I just need the reference image, that's all. It sucks even more because normally you start at 6:30, but IT doesn't show up until 8:30. So you have to wait around for them. Yeah. You have to change the schedule, and now I'll be sitting in traffic for them. That sucks. Oh. I realized I did this wrong. Okay. So, I mean, this should be relatively the same. I hope. Alright, so this is the apple color. I need to figure out what's what here. Look at that. So that's apple. That's not apple. That's apple. That has to be apple. I wish I could swap their positions. That is unused. Okay. I think the last one's unused too. Okay. Alright, so... It's kind of annoying that I can't swap. What is the worst thing about Windows 11? The worst thing about Windows 11 is that for Microsoft to leave you alone, you basically have to be using every single thing that they offer as a product. And it is a combative OS. What I mean by that is that unless you do exactly like what I just mentioned there, it will always try to suggest to you you do something different and not respect your choices. And they're constantly pushing towards AI features instead of what people actually want. Lately, they have been just messing up updates constantly. Just releasing stuff that is broken. And causing problems on people's computers. Yeah. It's just annoying. That's all it is. I don't know if it's easier to just clean slate it. But okay, let's just... Hold on, look, let me just see something. Maybe this is easier. I mean, sort of. Okay, the nice thing about this is I can actually see what's crate and what's not. So that's good. Okay, so let me start by drawing in the actual cherries. So... Yeah, okay. No, I think this is the better way to do it. There's distinction. Alright, so... We'll start with simple and then we'll do shading later. I think I see how it's done. It's like... You draw a few on top and then the rest is kind of mush. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a whole bunch of other things. Like, I'll give you a very simple one. You often hear me on stream just going, why is this taking forever? And like, let's say I've saved an image and I just want to go to the folder it's in. Yeah, on Windows 11 for some reason that takes, and I don't know why. And I don't have a slow drive, that's not it at all. Sometimes a folder will take ages to open. Like a good 30, 40 seconds. How long have I had Windows 11? Pretty much since I got this computer, so like 2 years. More or less. It's just... It's not good. It's just... It's been out that long. It's been out for a while. But yeah, if you just hate being asked if you want to use Copilot, if you want to use Office, if you want to use a bunch of stuff. One thing to be very, very careful of, and I'm sure IT will set it up for you properly, but like, by default, Microsoft wants you to use OneDrive and stuff. And so it'll prioritize that over keeping your files locally. It's pretty annoying. Okay, so I mean, let me draw stems now. You've got a second green in there. But yeah, I don't know. It's a terrible, terrible operating system. And so this isn't even me, like, hating on it just because it's Microsoft. Some people do hate on Windows just because it's Windows. But I've used Windows for a long time. And there's 2 moments in time where I've just had enough of their crap. One of those times was with Windows, Windows 7. Was it 7? No, it was 8. The one where they got rid of the start menu. And, they did the tile bullshit. That was just really, really dumb. That pushed me to get a Mac. That made me go, no. Okay, looking at this, they need to be one bigger. It looks like I'm wrong. It's a 3x3. I'll start it again. It's just easier. Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm okay to start again. So yeah, that pushed me to get a Mac. For work. And I'm still using a Mac for work. That hasn't changed. Still very much doing that. But, Windows 11, the amount of times it's wasted my time, the amount of time it's asked me if I want to use something I don't want to use, and I answer the question, and then it's asking me it again. It's just... It's a horrible, horrible thing. Particularly around AI. Like, no, I don't want to use Copilot. Stop it. You'll see soon enough. You'll notice things are slower. You'll notice things will have more suggestions and recommendations from Microsoft. You'll notice it wants you to sign into everything. It's just such a worse experience. There's a reason people just try not to upgrade unless they absolutely must. But yeah, I think the biggest thing for Windows 11 right now is Windows Update and the things they're doing with it. Just look, go have a search and just look up Windows Updates breaking computers. This past year, they've had at least six different updates that have caused a bunch of problems for people. Like, to the point where it's just downing people's computers. So, I don't think this is even a grain of salt thing. Like, it's just, that's how bad they are. Okay, so we want, like, an underlying shadow. Just to show that it's sitting in a pile of them. I think we can just do this, can't we? Yeah, like that. Gets up, this needs to get fixed. It needs to be. Which color was it? That one? That one. There we go. This computer is fine, just wish they'd leave it alone. Yeah, the problem is, and this is fair enough, but like, that computer's gonna stop receiving security patches, and so it does make the place you work for vulnerable if you don't update, and that is true. But, you know, both things can be true. Windows can be terrible. Windows 11 can be terrible. And they could also, yeah, just... I don't know. It just wastes my time. That's all. That's the best way I can put it. And you won't know until you experience it, but it just wastes my time so frequently. When are they going to stop the security updates? Technically, I think they were already supposed to stop, but the date has been pushed back a few times, and that's because, and thank you, European Union. But, you know, governments suing, like, threatening to sue Microsoft if they do that. We can be thankful for Europe. It's the same with the Sony thing, actually, as well. Like, a bunch of governments are threatening to sue Sony over the end of the production of physical media. Okay, that looks pretty nice, I think. So what's this color? Is it used? It is. It's fine. Your PC is 12 years old. You have to get a new one for Windows 11. Well, that's the main problem they have. Is that in order to be ready, Windows 11 ready, there's just so much stuff that you have to do that I don't think many companies want to do it. I think, to my understanding, the main thing you need is, like, there's a particular security feature that the chip that your processor uses has to have. And not a lot of them, well, not a lot of older ones have it. I think newer machines do. I think all I have to do is just draw a couple just sticking out, and then we're good. Okay, so now... using our imagination here. Doesn't have to be 100%. It's just kind of showing that, yeah, there's layers to this. So they get you to buy new computers, what, like introducing arbitrary requirements for them. This looks kind of nice. Okay, and then the highlight color can just be that, effectively. It's a little bit of a highlight, not much. Okay, so what I need is I need to sacrifice, let's just see. I need to sacrifice this color. So let me do that. Let me get this, so I know which one it is. I'm going to paint over that color in this wood. So now I have another free color. Why do Microsoft care if you buy a new PC? They care because they charge for licenses for Windows, one way or another. That's why they care. Why does a company care about more money for them? That's basically what you're asking. Why would a company care that they can earn more money? I don't know. A puzzling conundrum. I'm curious about that myself too. Okay, I like this. This looks good. And then I just change them to red. And suddenly we have the red one. You don't need to buy a new PC to buy a license. No, but the way they're doing it with Windows 11, you have the license for 10, and then that gets upgraded to 11 for free. You're not paying for Windows 11. The only time you pay for Windows 11 is in the base price of a new computer. But if you're upgrading an old computer to 11, Microsoft isn't making more money off a new license. You know what I mean? That looks good. Yeah, hell yeah. Looks really good. I like that. Blue cherries. You're gonna use Linux? Hey, I mean, go for it. Honestly, it's more viable than what you think. Especially with now there's, like... There's so many cases now where it is better than Windows somehow for games for Windows. Like Linux... Linux doing stuff with Proton is actually better than running older games in some cases. That's just, that shows how much bloat Windows 11 has. You know, it's a problem when another operating system mimicking Windows runs better than Windows running Windows. So, yeah. I mean, I would swap, there's just two problems for me. One, I have an NVIDIA graphics card where support for that is sketchy on Linux still. You can do it, but it's a headache. Depending on the distribution. And two, the little sound mixer I have, the physical sound mixer on my desk, that lets me turn volume knobs and adjust the volume of things. So I don't have to Alt-Tab and mute and whatever. Like, unfortunately, that doesn't work on Linux. And, like, that's more the thing where it's just, this thing is so nice. And the fact that I can't use it on Linux, that's a big deterrent for me right now. But I'm telling you, like, all it's going to take is, like, just Microsoft wasting my time one more time. Like, I am on the edge here. They just have to waste my time one more time. And I might just be like, no, you know what? No. Screw it. It's not worth it. You know? For this car, we have to go like that. Yeah, like that. Beautiful. I think this needs more saturation, though. Maybe not. Maybe if I do this instead. Yeah, that's better. That looks nice. But yeah, Linux has just, well, particularly SteamOS and Proton has just come a long way when it comes to gaming. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, and now... I just have to post that and, yeah, copy it across. Look at that. That looks nice. That was a long time coming, but I just couldn't be bothered. See, now that I've done that, I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Because I want this on full display. And I'm just gonna move it elsewhere. See, I like what Vanna suggested. Just place it behind the two. There we go. Same thing that I did with the Scarecrow, but now with that. And there we go. And now the way I guess I'm gonna upload it. Both, really. Let's just shake the trees of their fruit. Fake blue fruit. It's not fake. It's bioengineered real fruit. It's real fruit. That's the lore of the island, is like the founder was messing with genetics and created blue fruit. It's died. No. Anyway, this particular thing has been a long time coming. I've been exceptionally lazy. So now I just need to go here and post that one for red, and then we're good. I'm still not done with graphics. I wanted to just use real blue fruit, like raspberries, because they're not blue, and like raspberries aren't a real fruit that grow in Animal Crossing. I wanted to be the Animal Crossing fruit. There's probably a bunch of ways I could have gone with it, but I think just the underlying story that each island has a stupid, like, horrific thing, quite frankly, happening in the basement. I don't know. I like that idea too much. Okay. Alright, now I gotta download this to the other island. Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright, just accessing the portal and downloading this. I could do blackberries, but it needs to make sense on both islands. Like, it's fine. I like what I've done. I'm okay with what I've done. Alright, sorry chat. FF2W B8 S8 T8 W6. Oh, thank you for the raid, Pixel Shiba. I was looking away for a sec. Sorry, I'm in the middle of downloading my own pattern. To cut a long story short, I'm running 2 islands in Animal Crossing to do a combined island theme. Hello, welcome everyone. Okay, it's downloaded. Exclamation island is needed. I know, but I keep forgetting. Like, I got work during the day. You're giving me homework. I gotta write a written paragraph explaining the island theme. Okay. I don't know. I like my idea. It's like, sure it's fake, but it doesn't matter. Just get Copilot to do it. I'm not gonna get Copilot to do it. I refuse. I'll go write this myself. But yeah, my island theme, long story short, is it's 2 islands and they're mirror copies of one another. One's red, one's blue. That's the short version. The long version is there's a whole bunch of stupid stream jokes that led to this. Okay. How does that look as a... I mean, that's tiny, but sure. It's a really awesome idea, honestly. Thank you. And since it was a raid, hold on. Yeah. I mean, originally it was 1 island. I had an idea, and then I placed a spring horse in the bedroom, made a few jokes, and then about a month later committed to a bit. And here we are. So how do I do this easily? It's like, if I do this... Hopefully it'll pick it up. I think it should. Aha! Uh-oh. Ignore that. What did I do? Okay, it just panicked for a sec, the capture card. Blame Windows 11? No. It's the capture card. So it's the same island, but in reverse. And with red villages instead of blue villages, so... It's like a counterpart. So, red pig, and on the other island there's a blue pig. And you would not believe how difficult it was to just get both of these islands to be a reverse layout of one another. Particularly with the airport and pier. I had to kind of gamble for them a bit. And then the villager hunts were kind of nightmarish. But I'm at the point now where I'm decorating. So, I mean, the story is that the two islands used to be together, and then the founders of the island had a falling out for various reasons. And so they destroyed the one bridge that connected the two islands, which it doesn't exist here. But if I go back to blue for a sec. Yeah, I mean, I kind of started building those signs. It's very rough, but I'll make it look like there used to be a bridge here. Yeah, that's loosely it. Give or take. So tonight I was just editing patterns to just change a few placeholder ones that I made into better versions. Like this fish sign. What's up, Dylan? It's really cool. It must have taken a crazy long time. I started this island last year in June. Blue specifically. And originally it was going to be because I played Stardew Valley. I named all my chickens after the lyrics to Blue Dubba Dee Dubba Die. I had nothing but blue chickens, and that's what I called them. So then I thought, hey, why don't I do that for an island theme? People want me to play Animal Crossing again. So that's how it started. And then at a certain point it took a sharp turn into, okay, fictional grandfather that has a spring horse that was passed down in the family. To having that grandfather have a rival that he was bitterly upset with. And then committing to the bit and starting a second island on my Switch 1. Alright. Did I collect them out? I think I'm gonna just start doing more little detailing around the place. So, I mean, I think that's all the patterns I wanted to do for here. Ugh, that's so dumb. Hello, Gooey Maple Syrup, how are you? But yeah, this is the gravesite of the fictional grandfather of this island. I need his picture up. I have his picture up. I used the wedding sign thing, and I just customized it. So now it's not a wedding thing. And the candles are also wedding candles. I've repurposed them to be more morbid. So dumb. Anyway. I still got a bit to go. There's still a few villager houses to do and a lot of detail. But anyway. I'm getting the mail. Do hate to raid and run, but it's late and you have a busy day ahead. Love you to meet and see the island. Hope you have an amazing rest of the stream. Take care and hydrate. Thank you so much, Pixel Shiva. Well, have a good one. And yeah, hope the day isn't too busy for you. Appreciate the raid a lot. Bought some beach towels. I think I was going to set up more along the beaches. Okay, what have I got on me? Oh, right, the scooter. I was going to place it back. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, this whole thing has had its challenges, especially thinking in terms of what has to exist on one island needs to exist on the other. Oh yeah, it's got it on the front too, that's cool. Alright, so I mean I have an idea for here. I'm just not sure how it's gonna work out. Green's next, no. I have my own idea. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I have a grander idea. You know, I say I don't know how I'm gonna top myself with this. I have an idea that will top this one, but I'm not doing it. You're gonna have to wait until the next game, because this idea is something where if I start it now, 100% it's gonna be interrupted by the next game. I thought about it. I had a long think about it, just how I would top this. And I did come up with something different, but there's no way I could feasibly start it now. Because all signs are pointing to a new Animal Crossing happening within the next year or so. Has there been any word that isn't just rumors? No, it's just rumors. But I think there's enough reasonable expectation. So we'll go with the two signs that I think it's going to happen within the next year. At least the announcement. Reason number one, the gap between New Leaf and New Horizons, 7 years. Next year will be 7 years since New Horizons released. Reason number two, for the Switch 2, the release game was Mario Kart World. Mario Kart Deluxe was the highest selling game on the Switch 1. And so, of course, they went with that game right away. Number two was Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, it would be weird for Nintendo to be like, that game that was number two, let's wait more time to release a follow-up. So based on those two things alone, I think that we're within a year to a year and a half away from another game. That's just what I think. And I think it's a good guess. They're going to follow the money. So we will see. I could be wrong, but I think the prediction's pretty solid. Enough time has passed. And yeah, it was like the number 2 best-selling game on the Switch 1. There's no way they wait that long. But Nintendo's weird. They spent almost 5 minutes showing how rock, paper, scissors work. Or not rock, paper, scissors. What was it? Like, thumb wrestling. Why do I think rock, paper, scissors? Thumb wrestling. They dedicated almost 5 minutes of their direct to thumb wrestling. So who knows what they're thinking. Anyway, I thought about it. I have an idea. I'm not going to say what that idea is. But it's the sort of idea that's good for a new game. Where I can go crazy with it and be like, yeah, see? Look at me all creative for this new game. Hint, no. Just... It's probably going to be the most elaborate thing I've done, ever. Elaborate, time-consuming, annoying, difficult. It'll also let me think about it more. But it's going to be covered on multiple... Alright, I'll tell you this much. What I have in mind covers two aspects that I think people will be happy with. The challenge aspect, where what I'm doing is a bit of a challenge, but also the aspect where people like to watch me decorate stuff. So both of those. And again, the reason I'm not saying it is because we don't know what this game is going to be. We don't know what it's even going to have. For all I know, what I'm planning won't even work because of stuff missing or being different. So just trust that I have a good idea. And you'll find out. The moment the new game gets announced, I will say what it is. Hope for more villager bingo. Alright, that will happen. Because this idea is just stupidly crazy of me to even consider it. But yeah. We will see. Wait for the new game. But it's not going to be remotely close to what I've done here. Let's put it that way. It's not going to be this whole, like, double island versus thing. It's going to be one thing, but a grand thing. When do they do another direct? There's no announcement, but generally speaking, September/October is when they do one. So then they talk about the holiday season. And whatever's early next year. Loosely. Why? I swear I was doing that quick enough. But yeah, anything related to the new game is all just speculation. There's nothing that's been announced. I think there was one interview talking about how they want to do more multiplayer functionality in the next game, but it's all just speculation at the moment. I have my wish list. The number one thing I want in the new game is when you play multiplayer to not have it take 5 minutes to get everyone in the game. Sometimes more. This is what I want for the new game more than anything else. Alright, open menu. Open your friends list. There's the island that's open. Click join. Done. 3 steps. And it needs to be something where people can keep doing what they're doing. It's not ding, ding, ding. Lobby music plays for a minute. Someone arrives. Ding, ding, ding. Lobby music plays for a minute. Someone arrives. Ding, ding, ding. Someone disconnected. Like, it can't be that. That's the most basic thing I want. Number two has to be just whatever the pattern situation is, we need to have a lot of them. Those are my like the top 2 things I want. If I was to push for a third one, and this is gonna sound insane, but if you've ever played the Yakuza franchise, I know it might sound unrelated, but for one of their games, they did practically an Animal Crossing mode, where you decorated an island. And some of the decoration features that had for like a stupid throwaway joke was crazy. I wanted some of that stuff in Animal Crossing. I'll give you a simple example. Is like when you make a room in that game, You can drag the windows and move them around to where you want them to be, and you can place as many as you want indoors. Same with rugs. You can draw out the area you want them to cover, and then the game figures it out. There's just so many things that was just like, man, this makes so much more sense. Diagonal placement. Diagonal placement would be good too. Be able to customize beach openings, yeah. Also customizing the buildings. Like, I think a missed opportunity here was, like, once you did upgrade them for the last time, like, maybe have one more goal. Where maybe it cost 1 million bells to unlock it. But then it would let you customize the look of these buildings as well. Because that's the one thing that kind of sucks about doing a theme. Is ultimately the museum, this, and, you know, the middle of town are always going to look the same. Move resident services. Yep, that's another one. I want more stuff to hang on the wall. I want a shelf that you can hang on the wall and place whatever you want on that shelf. I want to be able to place headwear on the ground without it having a mannequin. I want to be able to place bags on the ground without having a mannequin. There's so many nice pieces of headwear that would be awesome if you could place it on the ground. Like one that I'm kind of sad I can't do. If we go into my museum house for a sec. But like, this. That skull hat, if I could place that just on the ground without a mannequin in the desert that I have, that would be awesome. But I can't. Invite villagers from the hotel to stay. If they have the hotel, yes. I think one thing I would like, if, let's say, we're keeping features. Don't move away. No one's moving away. Actually, I need to do daily islands because I need to keep my wood supply up. No one's moving away. These are the final villagers locked in. So let's say the Nook Mile system or something similar is in place. What I want is more variety on it. The thing that I think was something they could have done more with, I think there's too many Nook Mile goals that's plant a tree, plant flowers, cut a tree down, plant vegetables. There's too many things that are getting you to alter the look of your island. Like, I don't want to plant flowers. I don't want to keep planting flowers. I have all the flowers I could want. I'm not going to cut down a tree. I don't want to cut down a tree. I like my trees. They need to do things where it's limited things. Like, something where, this was my idea, was like, imagine just periodically some character turns up and is like, hey, I'm here to give you a challenge. It's like, if you can do this in a certain amount of time, I will give you 2,000 Nook Miles. If you can catch 30 fish in the next half hour, I'll give you 2,000 Nook Miles. Go, start. And just have that happen randomly. Just stuff like that, where it's event-driven Nook Mile stuff. Things that you're going to do anyway. Or go gather 100 pieces of wood from your island. Now, start. And I'll give you 5,000 Nook Miles. And just have more varied stuff. Things that you actually do. Go give your villager a gift. It just leans too heavily on just planting stuff. Use a different person than Bellhead for resident services. Are you talking about Isabel? Is Isabel Bellhead? Do people call Isabel Bellhead? I mean, I haven't played these games as much as some of you, so I don't know what people refer to things as. But the one that always took me by surprise was that one time I got Tiffany... What game was it? I think it was City Folk when I played it last year. And then people were like, the Hooker Bunny. I'm like, what are you talking about, the Hooker Bunny? It's just... Never would have expected that. Yeah, there's a bunch of things I could have done with earning Nook Miles to make it more interesting. Instead of just kind of cycling the ones to plant stuff. They could have made it tied to like the treasure hunting game, where like the Nook Mile goal comes up, and then it goes, okay, start a treasure hunt with a villager, and then you have to complete it within half the time or something like that to earn it. I don't know. But there's plenty you could do. And I just feel like, I guess they started the idea and didn't really do a whole lot with it. I'm just tired of having this become 3 goals where it wants me to plant things and 1 goal where it wants me to cut something down. And then eventually the 5th goal becomes catch the blue marlin. And then I can't do anything. It's just, yeah, I don't know if it's happened to anyone else, but that's what happens to me. And then I just go visit a random island to just go plant and cut trees down. Oh, good. That's... Okay. I don't have a spare one. I'm gonna have to hope for the best. Actually, you know... being able to have multiple files on the one console, how about that? I want that. I feel sad when I destroy an island and start a new one. I want to keep my old islands. And I'm sure people that share their console in a family would want an island of their own. The thing that I'm most afraid of is just... A quest base would be neat too. Yeah. You could do something interesting with it. You know what I was thinking of was like, the campsite is really unused. Like, it doesn't really get used that much, and... I think a cool thing would be that... I don't know, some villager or someone comes back and stays in that campsite and then does quests and stuff for you. I don't know. Choose a theme when you start the island, so if you want a swamp you can have murky waters. That would be really cool. And the tree types would change as well. Like, you'd still have the 2. But I guess they'd kind of lean into more of the fantasy. And like, let's say you want an evergreen sort of thing. You could still have the seasons, but then... Like, let's say you want it to be in a winter wonderland permanently. That's fine. Like, maybe it doesn't have as much snow. There's ways to do it. Or if you wanted to make like a desert oasis, it'd just be something stuck in a very warm temperature. Or if you wanted to do the whole cherry blossom thing. I don't know. I guess that's the idea of the Dream Island thing that they did recently, but I think being able to have that from the get-go is pretty nice. You want multiple saves, that technology simply doesn't exist. Well, yeah, I mean, Nintendo is strange. I mean, just the idea of playing multiplayer with someone without interrupting their gameplay. Like, I can't believe that's something that is just not a thing. I don't know. I'm hoping, anyway, I was saying, like, the thing that I fear the most is, I guess, what happened with this game happens again. And what I mean by that is, like, if you look at when this game released, there was a bunch of things that used to exist in New Leaf that just didn't happen right away. For example, the diving. And I worry about this because we just got multi-crafting. And I can 100% see a situation where they release a new game and we don't have multi-crafting from the get-go for some reason. And the same thing happens again. They just patch it in later or something. I don't know. You fear them turning the world into where you have to spin the world while you walk? I hope not. I don't know. I think that would be straying too far away from it. I think the only other way they could really turn this on its head is you have multiple areas, so it's more like a world that you're decorating, not an island or a town specifically. Like, imagine you could visit a beachside area that has its own set of villages, and then you have a city area that had its own set of villages, and then you have, I don't know, like a countryside that has its own set of villages. So it's more like an Animal Crossing world as opposed to just an enclosed space. I think that'd be pretty cool. At the very least, whatever the next thing is, I think, whatever the city, island, town, whatever you call it, the area needs to be a bit bigger. I want the beaches to be a bit more wider so you can actually do things on the beaches. Not that you can't now, but it's pretty cramped. Yeah, we'll see. Everything else you could deal with, them turning the world would make it a deal breaker. I think a lot of people would probably think that. It's hard to say with them. Sometimes they play it too safe and it's the same. But then sometimes they just completely turn things on their head and it's just weird, so it's just very difficult to figure out what they're gonna do. I think this time around they're probably gonna be thinking about what more people have wanted for the longest time, because now there's more games that are trying to be like Animal Crossing. And so they have competition, and I don't know. I don't think we would have gotten multi-crafting if it wasn't for other games that are similar that did it. As much as I didn't gel with Hello Kitty Island Adventures, man, just the crafting in that game, when I came back to this, I was like, why can't I have that? Thankfully, it sort of became that, but yeah, I don't know. You would like more realistic nose options, though. I think the character designer, they'll probably make more advanced. Some of their character designers have started getting pretty elaborate, like the stuff for Tomodachi Life. If they had an editor like that, that'd be pretty cool. But maybe they want to keep it to a particular art style, who knows. I think for me, they just need to do better in some aspects, that's all. One thing, and this is for me because I'm a nerd when it comes to that stuff, it's my job. But, you know, and I complain about it often, the regulars know this, but just the UI. I don't mean the way the menus look, it's more how you do certain things. The two things that I think are just horrible: buying rugs from Sahara in any large quantity. Now, I know it's trying to be cute, but there's a way to be cute and not have it take forever. Like, Sahara can do the whole thing where she trades stuff the first time, but then every other time, just tell me how much it costs and let me buy it in one step. Like, we have it as a command here. This is only half of it. Hello, did you require rugs for your naked rugs? I have a mysterious wallpaper and flooring and such. Yes, a rug for your purchasing. What size shall be the rug of yours? Small rug is 1,000 bells. Medium rug is 1,500 bells. Large rug is 2,000 bells. Yes, my favorite size. Now I will accept the money payment. When the customer smiles, my heart and purse grow one size bigger. And there's the handing of the money and then the handing of the rug. And then asking if you want to buy more. And then Sahara will ask you if you're sure you want to buy the same rug again. And heaven forbid you've earned tickets. It's just... There's a way to be cute and just still let people buy things. And then number 2 is that airport. That airport is a disaster. This is my suggestion for the airport. You have 3 counters. Counter number 1. You just trade in a Nook Mile ticket and you go right away. It just, immediately you go to your Nook Mile ticket flight. Right away. Counter number 2. Single player options. So that would be going to Halves, going to work, the Mayday Island, just anything specific to single player. And counter number 3 is the multiplayer. I don't know why I said 4. But Nook Mile ticket counter, single player counter, multiplayer counter. So then whatever you want to do, you just walk to the counter and you don't have to think about like, oh no, I'm going to press the wrong button here. What menu was it in again? It's just walk to the correct counter, which is how a real airport works, by the way. Domestic and international, I'm just saying. The domestic and international counters are not the same counter. If anything, mine is more accurate to how an airport actually functions. But no, we have to walk to the one counter, get asked 4 questions before we can do whatever we need to do. Anyway, enjoy the lurk, gooey maple syrup. I know that was a bit of a rant, but like, I think the airport is probably the number 1 thing where it just bothers me. Like, I know it could be done better. We've all been there where we're trying to do something at that airport and then we press the wrong thing and then we have to start again. Everyone's gone through that. It's a universal problem. You thought Sahara was my least favorite. Sahara is the most time-consuming thing you will do in this game. And it happens more often that it is the thing that annoys me more often. But I think the thing that like, they could have done so much better is that airport. Especially now that we have the Switch 2 edition, where now it's asking you if you want to do like a 12-player session or not. That's just one extra question you gotta answer. I suppose I should put these wheat fields away. But yeah, those two things. That's... Whatever the next game is, just please... Let me walk up to Sahara and just be able to buy 5 rugs right away. You can do the cute little animation and everything, that's fine, but just let me buy 5 rugs. Uh-oh. Sahara in city life. I don't know. City folk, but I don't know. Can't remember. That was a while ago. Maybe. Someone who's a more avid Animal Crossing fan might be able to answer that one. Alright, we got axe and shovel. Let's go. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I've heard suggested for a potential new game, and there's a lot of good ideas out there. It's just whether or not they listen to them. I think restoring the stuff New Leaf had is something that I hope they do. Just more fruits, the activities you can do. Even though I didn't mess around with it a lot, but the special buildings you can make and place around. Like, it'd be cool if they had those projects that they had in New Leaf that they cost a lot of money, but it's a special building, like police station, post office, that sort of thing. Even if they're non-functional, that's fine. They can be non-functional. But just some sort of long-term goal to work with where there's no other way to get this item. Instead of just waiting for it to turn up in the store. Or whatever, treasure islands, whatever people do these days. Like, that would bring more weight to that. You have a police station that's a nice-looking building. And it gives you something to work for. Even if it's a little long-term. Oh, I got... Okay, cool. Nice. I'm down for more mushrooms. I'm sure they'll figure it out. I just hope they are smart about it, you know. I thought about this just the other week, but just... When this game released, it was really just something that doesn't happen very often. This game released in such a perfect time period, like... As bad as COVID was and everything, like, there's no way that they could have predicted the success it was going to have. But here's the thing, like, imagine Animal Crossing wasn't made by Nintendo and was made by Sony or someone else. Like, if my game got that successful overnight, where everyone was talking about it and it was in mainstream media, TV personalities were playing the game. Like, that's how big it got. And yet, I was kind of expecting them to just release more content sooner and quicker, but they kind of didn't. It's so weird. If it was anyone else, they probably would have doubled the amount of people working on it and taken advantage of the fact that, yeah, it became really popular and an overnight success. But instead, they kind of just trickled out the updates as normal. And not that they were bad updates, like, there was good stuff in there. It's just more, I kind of expected them to just really go crazy with the updates because of how good the game was going. And then it didn't really happen, which, weird. So I don't know, I'm hoping that maybe they know that the next game would be a bigger success and might do something a little more grand. But I don't know. Hope so. Yeah. Again, I'm convinced within the next year to year and a half we'll know something. I think they're very aware of the fact that, like, some people are not buying a Switch 2 until there's an Animal Crossing game. Can't wait for the Ocarina of Time remake. I want to see more of it. I'm still very curious as to what it is. It looks really good. But I wonder what it's going to be. There's two ways it can go. It can kind of go down the route of what Star Fox did, the new one. Where it's still the same Nintendo 64 game, it's just upgraded visuals and maybe more cutscenes, but fundamentally it's still the same game. Or it's like a complete remake and it has the same thing, but it's not so much a one-to-one. I'm not sure what direction they're gonna go in, and the trailer doesn't really hint. I'm still thinking about that direct. Like, really, they had to dedicate 5 minutes to thumb wrestling. They couldn't show us, like, 30 more seconds of gameplay. Like, actual gameplay of that game. I don't know. I'm going to see the movie when it comes out. I don't know. I guess it depends how it looks. Like, I didn't see the new Mario movie when it was in the theaters. I waited until it was on streaming services. It depends how it looks. I think the craziest way to end that movie, and it's not going to happen because it's live action, but just humor me for a minute. The craziest way to end the Legend of Zelda movie would be like, at the end of the movie, Link gets called by Impa to the Temple of Time, and he walks into the Temple of Time, and you know, they're talking about a war that was forged eons ago that they only have evidence of in books. And so as Impa's talking about it, she's kind of hinting that the time for action and battle may soon be at hand, and if you're ready. And then, you know, Link says he's ready to defend the world at all costs. And then they walk into a room, and Mario, I'm talking fully animated Mario, is there. And invites Link to join Smash. Because the next Nintendo movie is going to be the Smash Brothers movie. And then they'll do that. They'll release a movie for Kirby. And then at the end of the Kirby movie, Link will invite Kirby to Smash. They'll do a Donkey Kong movie. And then Kirby will invite Donkey Kong to Smash. I think so. No, I'm joking, but here's the thing. Sometimes stuff that's that ridiculous comes to life. It actually happens. You remember when I joked? You remember when I played a couple of years back and I did the Gordon Ramsay thing? Or if you don't remember, I did a Gordon Ramsay themed restaurant in Happy Home. And the joke was that Gordon Ramsay had security cameras set up at this restaurant and he was watching the workers from a van somewhere or just from his house, telling them to hurry up, watching their every move. And then last year, Gordon released a new show where he practically was doing exactly that. He set up hidden cameras, was watching the kitchen, and was watching in a van. It's just like, it made me laugh. So I don't know, take note of this. Maybe my ridiculous thing comes to fruition. Maybe there will be a Smash Brothers movie that gets kick-started from the Zelda movie. The only reason I believe this is because, and spoilers, counting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But Fox is in the Mario movie. And why would he need to be there? Other than product placement for a game that's coming out, fair enough, but I really do think they're going to try and do the whole cinematic universe thing, because everyone wants to be like Marvel. It would not surprise me if they're kind of heading towards a Smash Brothers movie. Got a new generation to learn who Fox was. I mean, I think that's part of it as well, is just they need to appeal to younger kids, and instead of making games cheaper, they're just releasing movies. But, you know, I have a niece, and according to my brother, most of her friends, they're not really playing Nintendo games. Like, they'll play them, but it's only because their parents get the games. They're not really actively asking for them. I think that's a problem Nintendo's gonna face sooner rather than later, is just they're not really getting kids into their stuff because their stuff is just kind of out of reach for them. I wanted more songs for Captain. Okay. Oh, actually, I should be planting that gyro. There's still a few gyroids I need for the other island. Yeah, that's fine. Do them all at once. Oh, well, I guess I just thought of another thing I want for the next game. If there's something like how there's halves where you can go and change the style of an item, I want that to be accessible all the time. I don't want it to be something that opens and closes. I just want a way to be able to always do that. I know that's catering more towards the night owls, but there's more night owls than you would think. Like, if I want to decorate my island at 3 in the morning, I should be allowed to. Without changing my time. Just so I can change the style of an item. Or order it on your phone. Actually, that's another thing. Just being able to access your money. No matter what. It's just... I get it. But it's not very realistic, even by today's standards. I think a way to alleviate it in this game would have been one more upgrade to Nook's Cranny, where it puts one of the Nook stops inside there. Instead of having to go to resident services, it puts another Nook stop in Nook's Cranny. So then you can get money out, you can order stuff from Nook's Cranny. That would have been so much better. Just one more upgrade to the store, where you could have one of those inside there. And then it kind of makes sense. It's like, okay, I don't have cash on me. I'm just going to go to the ATM, which is right next to where I'm buying stuff. It would be even nicer if you could just, I don't know, access all your funds digitally all the time. But failing that, I think having one of those machines inside Nook's Cranny would have been good. Because then when you go to check your items every day, you can check in at the Nook stop. You're more likely to go into Nook's Cranny every day than you are resident services. And you wouldn't accidentally miss out on a day and ruin your streak, which I know has happened to plenty of us. Go water the green mums as well, because I want some of them to spread out a bit. I'm relying on duplication. Okay, so here I don't want it to spread. The pizza slice I drew is grown on me. I didn't like the look of it before, but now, looking at it, it's not bad. I still think it's a very silly idea, but a lot of my ideas are. Looks good, thanks. I wasn't sold on that 100%, but it's growing on me. Yeah, this is something I need to fix. When I got rid of all the purple flowers, I forgot that I had one here, so I'm just replacing it with the correct thing. Now, the thing that I'm worried about... I know I bought it, I'm just not sure if I actually set it up. But I did buy purple ones, and unfortunately there's no way for me to be able to tell if I did use them. It's... I mean, the only way to tell really is just to do that. I might be safe, I don't know. I'm hoping I did just go all blue. Alright, there's another simple one as well. Just being able to tell what item... Like, let's say I have a blue scooter and a red scooter in here. I want to know which one's blue and which one's red. Without having to place it down to find out. Could be done in different ways. It could be done that the icon's a different color. Or when you hover over it, just puts it in brackets, the style. I don't know. It just has been too many times where I just have a bunch of items and then I'm placing the wrong one down. Alright, now, what I'm gonna do... I guess clearing stuff that I know was just originally placeholders. That was a joke item. Oh. Who's this? Alright, is it actually going to tell me? That doesn't really help. Like, who could that be? Fancy. Who's a fancy person? Is it Francine, maybe? Francine... No, Francine's snooty. That sounds like something snooty. Please... Oh, you're here. No, you're right next to me. Ken? Really? Would not have guessed that. I just should hand it over to someone random. I still think just handing it over to the first villager you see is the best way to do that. Because even if you get it wrong, they will tell you. Instead of the vague clue. But yeah, I would not have guessed Ken. It still makes me laugh. The lore of the Chicken Brothers and their restaurant. I think I got a little simple idea that I can do. That won't take much effort. I just hope I have it ordered. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, so these were on red currently. So I stocked up. I will need more wallopoids, but... one sec. There we go. I wish I could place... That's another change I want. I wish I could place gyroids on things other than stools. Like, I want gyroids to be on a sofa. I want them to be on a bed. Fold out chair. Maybe I can imply it. They don't have any more of those. Hang on. I guess I don't have it. Okay, that's fine. I'll just do what I usually do. I'll make one of those ironwood stools. They work. I think that's... Actually do that one. Or, no. This one. I want someone to be the foreman who's relaxing. So I need someone that looks angry. You look, yeah. You'll do. Wait, do I have any more wallopoids? I do not. This is why I planted the gyroids. I need more of those. That's fine. Alright, so the way I'm gonna do it... You know what else would be nice is having the happy home style of editing everywhere. Yeah, like this. There. I mean, it's not a lot of room, but I think it's fine. There's a little break area for them. And I'll place a gyroid there. As for the foreman... I don't want it to get in the way. Pretty much. Yeah, something like that. So... This is not actually at work. mean, I wish I could put him on the chair, but it's not allowed. Hopefully that same spot exists on the other island. It should. If not, I'll move it. Alright, there's some more random detailing I want to do. The past couple of days has just been a couple of sessions of just little things here and there. I mean, I'd be going with purple, and then I guess pink on the other one. I could stick to neutral. Maybe a mix. Maybe do... Alright, I'll figure it out. I can always change my mind. Now, I guess the thing with this is... I do want to place them around, it's just, I guess, the spots I can place them. I would need my reference, wouldn't I? One sec. Getting switch one so I can see it. So I'm going to place this in spots where I know it exists. Okay, so if we look at here. Okay, so I'm allowed to place them here at the bridge. I think. Is this a tile? That is not a tile. Okay. So I can place... I can't place it here because this tile doesn't exist. I want to know where I can place them. Okay, so there's one. This should be safe as well. And just a little detailing. I want this kind of resort area to have this around it. Okay, so... Sandcastle... Up one... to the right. It's directly in front of the barbecue, I'm allowed to have one. So we can place one... Place one here. Okay, we can have another... I guess that'll cut that off if I don't want to do that. behind this chair. You can have one. Apparently can have one. That's probably too many though. Hey Vanna, good morning. Just sleep well. Okay, I can put one here. Probably be white. What? Said white. Oh yeah. Suppose I can have a relative one. Place it in the furthest corner. No? Aw. I'm sorry. Told the chat about your act of vandalism, putting that star on the barrel. Go there. You'll have to do that on red. Is this allowed? Let me just see. I'm just doing little detailing at the moment. Kinda. I guess there's not a whole lot of difference, so yeah, that's fine. I can go that. Okay, I'm sure this is okay. Ah, see, there's only one tile free on this side. Okay, so right next to the fish crate is where the other one should be. There is room. Damn, 155 streak. It's the biggest one we got, I think. What is everyone thinking today? I mean, this doesn't matter too much. I think you're only at 125. Yeah. It's okay. Like I said earlier, the number doesn't matter. I'm appreciative of anyone with any size streak. Though it is impressive once it's over 100. I don't think I can actually squeeze in there. No surprise streams. I've behaved. I haven't done any lately. Actually, that's dumb, isn't it? I think, hang on. In front of the store. Okay, there's room. Place it there. Yeah. It's just extra detail, I think. And it's not really meant to serve as much as just, I think it looks nice. Okay. I tied up a lot of loose ends today. Mainly around the pattern design, so now, yeah. The fish and chips shop has a better logo on both. The main one is finally got the blue cherry pattern done after like almost 9 months of me saying, yeah, I'll do it eventually. That's done. And yeah, Tombstone Pizza, it's the joke. It works. Alright, I think that's good progress for today. Alright, if you're checking this out later on the VOD's channel, thanks for sticking around to the end. Leave a like or interact with the video if you feel like it. It does help a lot. Yeah, thank you for tuning in.